Horseshoe-etched, craggy coastline. Midday sun warms my face. Colorful houses, vibrance. Masterpiece, contours traced. Perched where the Atlantic crumbles against the North American edge, Petty Harbour, Maddox Cove isn't just a town. It's a living lung, breathing in the salty spray and exhaling the scent of split fish and engine oil. For over 4 centuries, this narrow gut of water served as a sanctuary, while the rest of the world raced toward the mechanized and the massive. Petty Harbour chose a different pace. It remains a rare, protected fishing station where the rhythmic life is dictated by the trap and the line rather than the clock. Steep emerald hills lean in over the water, protecting the painted dories from the ocean's rage. It is one of the oldest European settled communities in North America, rooted firmly in the 1600s, where the geography was so perfect for drying cod that the British and French once spilled blood over its shores. The community is a tight-knit brand of Irish and English ancestry. There is a grit here, a quiet, weathered resilience, but it's dressed in bright clapboard siding and punctuated by a sharp, rhythmic wit. The sea provides, but she also takes. The harbor gathers, and the people hold. In the 1990s, when the Great Cod Moratorium threatened to turn Newfoundland outports into ghost towns, Petty Harbour stood its ground. They maintained their protected fishing area, ensuring that their traditional way of life didn't just become a museum exhibit, but stayed a working reality. It's a symphony of the gull scream, the putt-putt of the diesel engines, and the heavy thud of the boots on a wooden wharf. Visually, the town is a masterpiece of functional beauty. Houses are perched precariously on rock faces, painted in jelly bean hues of saffron, teal, and crimson to cut through the Atlantic fog. Petty Harbour doesn't just try to impress you, it simply is. It is a place where the salt is in the wood, the blood, and the stories told over a kitchen table. Nestled away, surrounded, sky painted up on tides, shroud of gray, ashen kiss, torment fades, noise subsides. Bauline East is a hidden gem tucked into the rugged hem of the Avalon. It is a place defined by the heavy Atlantic and the stubborn resilience of those who call the rocks their home. To look upon Bauline East is to see a village carved from the very cliffside. It is a narrow kingdom of wood, iron, and brine, where the houses cling to the slopes as if bracing against the next northeaster. The harbor is not a wide, lazy thing. It is a small, defiant sanctuary protected by the towering guardians of the gully. The air here is thick with the scent of drying kelp and the cold, sharp promise of Labrador current. High above the water, the East Coast Trail winds its way, offering a vantage point where the whales breach in the deep blue, fleeting shadows against the vastness. The story of Bauline East is written in the logs of the fishing boats and the quiet strength of the families who stayed. Long before it was a destination for the wandering hiker, it was a fortress of the inshore fishery. It was founded by those who saw the narrow cove not as a hardship but as a harvest. They built flakes to dry the cod and stages that reached out into the swell, tethering their lives to the tides. While the engines of the great schooners have gone quiet, the spirit of the place still remains. It has transitioned from a place of daily toil to a sanctuary of peace, where the history is preserved in the stone walls and the weathered siding of older stores. In Bauline East, the community is the slow hum of a wood stove on a foggy June morning. It is a place where neighbors are kin by geography, if not by blood. It is a town of long views, where you look out at the horizon and see what the weather brings, and look back at the hills to remember who brought you here. There is a profound stillness in the evenings, broken only by the rhythmic slap of the waves against the wharves and the distant cry of a gull. It is a reminder that Newfoundland, we do not just live on the land, we live with it.